So, welcome back. Last we left off, we were role-playing as Dr. Boops Boops, or Dr. Boops Boops, who's a scientist that likes to look at wildlife biology and sometimes bash things with a melee weapon. We got unfrozen by our space grandpa and sent to some planet to do something, but I was distracted by the wildlife and didn't pay attention to the plot. We crash landed on a guy and stole a ship, and then we finally had just made our way to this city called Edgewater, where we are going to steal something that we need to power the ship. So that's what we're picking off today. We'll just keep playing and see what we find. I think last time we were here, we met racist grandpa who doesn't like robots, and we got some kind of mission that we'll have to look at called Die Robot, where we're going to go try to kill a robot for him to make him feel better. But let's stick with the main stuff for now. The artwork is so cool in this game. I say that every time. I say that for every game, but it's always true. I don't imagine we're going to see much wildlife in terms of plants or animals in the town, but we'll keep an eye out. Mainly interested story-wise in terms of characters and what we find inside an urban area. Okay. Interesting looking town. It's kind of bleak. There's a bird, probably some kind of like pigeon.
I'm sorry, I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Those guys are jerks. But they look so good in that suit that they're wearing. Wow. It's really a very bleak looking town. Very industrialized. Let's go ahead and go in. We're in some kind of office. A saltuna! So maybe they make saltuna here. I'm assuming that's just like regular tuna. Yep, so the Edgewater Saltuna Canning Facility adheres to Spacer's Choice standards of health and safety. Schedule your sick leave with your foreman or your supervisor. Be considerate to others. Allow 2 to 4 weeks to process and approve your sick leave. Wow, that's a long time. Work invigorates the spirit. Sickness in the body reflects sickness in the mind and sickness in the character. If you find yourself falling ill, it may be time to schedule a meeting with your local vicar. That's rude. Whatever. Can I steal things? No. No. I'm trying to be a good person this game. I'll feel bad. My moral compass just won't allow me to do things like that. I can't play as a psychopath. I just feel guilty.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir.
I walked in on something.
You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
You small
The
words.
can's bust open in the
Big
oven
brain.
because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson, I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking.
Oh, this is so
Let's
awkward.
start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
So they're not even using real saltuna. They're making like Spam. They're making fake saltuna. Why is everyone
Seems we've
staring?
got a guest.
Oh,
Really
God.
now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
She
I do
did.
apologize. I was
What a
given
jerk.
no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Man, anybody who wears a hat like that's got to be a jerk. You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, outpost administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for you. That's a choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck.
What does that even mean?
Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
He looks greasy. I'm just gonna tell him why I'm here. I don't want to beat around the bush.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
So the power regulator is the thing that I need to get my ship working, but it looks like it's powering the whole town. And again, I have a guilty conscience. I'm not going to take this thing if it's powering the whole town. So let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
I do want to go see this botanical area. That sounds pretty neat. What do you mean when you say mostly abandoned? Because you seem kind of like a scummy guy.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited. But
legally inhabited?
There are people who live there.
Oh, God. He wants me to go kick out people who are squatting in this area and take their power from them.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Yeah, I don't like him. He just wants workers.
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
So I wonder, I'm assuming now there's going to be some kind of choice. They told me that there's one here in the town. They told me that there's one in this botanical garden. So I'm going to go see what's there. I'm assuming I can maybe choose which one I get to take. He's kind of implying that if those people don't come back here, the town's going to get shut down. So I'm assuming that would mean that there's no more jobs or revenue or business. So I don't want to be a jerk, but it really does look like this whole city's very industrialized. But I don't know enough about it to make a personal judgment, so I'll just say, how can I help?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Sounds like they've got bad blood.
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand,
Dignified.
her camp looks to her for leadership.
At least he's nice about her. I want to know why they left.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
I feel like it's good that he's talking about making amends. I just don't know how much I trust this guy. Anybody wearing that kind of hat, I don't know. I'll see what I can do.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure.
Great. I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so...
One scientist to an engineer, that's the perfect team.
Well,
We're going to be a great duo.
That. Best of luck to you.
Girl power. Girls get it done.
It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
I don't want to talk to Mr. Weird Hat anymore. Okay, so now we have like a companion mechanic. They are characters that join you in your adventure and help in a variety of ways. They can provide combat support, which is good because I'm going to just hit things with melee weapons. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity, awesome. And you can unlock special companion combat abilities with the inspiration skill. Okay. So I guess we're a team now. Parvati and me. Let's go to the journal. Okay, so here's where you can see what the companions got. The companion ledger. So you can change what weapons they have, and I'm assuming at some point maybe even change their armor or their clothes. So that's good to know. Alright. So we need to go to the botanical lab north of Edgewater, see the people that live there, and figure out if we're going to steal their power or not, and why they left in the first place. That's what I'm curious about. Before I do that, I probably want to like look around the town a little bit, and I think I'm going to try to do the side quest with the robot just to see what I see. I'm assuming the companion follows you.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Maybe she doesn't like him. I wouldn't either. I don't blame you. He seems like a gross dude.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just,
Aww.
Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters. On account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Okay. I'm going to just be honest with her because she seems like she's the honest kind of person. I'll just ask what she thinks.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I'll just ask if she knows the person who's in charge of them.
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no.
McDevitt.
She was a real important person.
Adelaide
A
McDevitt.
flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do.
That's
I
sad.
could hear them both yelling clear from my own place. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll
It's pretty
be at the
awful.
mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, ma'am. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max,
Oh.
his name is.
Okay. So we got an optional thing. Where do we find
The
him at?
mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it. On account of it being the only clean thing.
Ha. Okay. We'll go ahead.
Thanks,
we'll stop by.
I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
She seems sweet. I like her. Well, in that case, why don't we stop and talk to him first since we're here? Okay, so somewhere over here is the vicar that we need to go meet. I'm assuming this is the clean building she was talking about. Some kind of church.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
What's he doing looking at his hand? It's very fashionable.
Our place in the universe is fixed.
Okay, well, never mind. I'm not going to talk to him. Wonder what this church is about.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
Deserter. This is awkward.
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
Wow, she's
I
rude.
must be on my way. Verity, you.
What is this? A skull? It's not very church-like. I guess let's go talk to the vicar and see what he's all about. I thought this was a little tiny chair at first. I was like, who sits on this thing? But I think that's where you place a book. I don't know. I could be stupid. Probably am stupid. Let's talk to him.
Yes, what is it?
You're an
Rude.
outsider. Fantastic.
Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
Vicar
I so
DeSoto.
rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
I don't want to talk about any kind of spiritual advice. Let's just talk to him about the Parvati situation for now.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
I don't know what he's like.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away.
That's how science people
what
are.
would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Something bad. We're gonna cut off the power.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you.
And
Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
what do you think of their group?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons.
I don't like Spacer's Choice.
Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
They sound more and more like a cult. Let's ask him something with our intelligence perk.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
Okay, what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible if they've got bad history?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts.
They are a cult.
I happen
know
to
it.
know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Interesting. Why does he want this book? Is he gonna just burn it?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public
The book is
consumption.
like some stupid children's book. I want to know what the book is, and I may go after it, not to help him, but I just want to see what the book is all about.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this.
I'm distracted by his lips. I'll look for the book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Somebody from like a science background, if they're banning a book for the information that it has, I want to know what's in the book that's getting it banned in the first place. So that's definitely something I want to do, but probably not something I want to do right now. So in this case, I'm going to have to make my way to the geothermal plant and the botanical lab. But before that, let's go do the robot mission. Maybe we'll look around town a little bit more too. We haven't really explored here. I'm not going to talk to that guy. Like I said, it's very bleak looking.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
The plague?
Just keep working. Work fortifies the spirit.
They look so tired. Oh, she saw me. I'm going to walk away now. So here's like a general store. I wonder if you can buy things.
I'm not allowed in here.
What?
Not since the vending machine incident.
What does that mean?
Got my eye on you, girl.
What'd she do?
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
Incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
Why is everyone so
I
rude?
won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
I'll just see what he's
Music to my
selling.
ears.
Okay, your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. Cool. Ooh, so he sells a lot of weapons, ammo, food, and other things as well. Oh, it looks like there's even clothing and stuff here. I'm kind of broke right now, so I can't really do much of that. I don't really have anything to sell, but that's good to know. We'll come back here later.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got work.
These people need a social life or a hobby. So here's a cantina.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
No, she doesn't like alcohol either.
You read the latest report?
Science people aren't too socially adept sometimes.
If only McDevitt's...
Alright, well she didn't offer me a drink. That's rude. I'm leaving. Keep looking around just a little bit. I'm gonna quietly park myself over here and listen to these guys.
Friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
We should keep our voices down.
Shh, we're sneaking. He looked right at me. Alright, I guess they're done. They don't want to talk when I'm there. Alright, well we're gonna get out of here. That's interesting though. This town seems kind of run down, very industrialized. Some kind of plague going on that we heard them talk about, which that's not good. Let's go find this robot that guy wants us to harass for whatever reason. Salt tuna. I wonder what that tastes like. I'm assuming salty tuna. It makes me hungry. Alright. Looks like the robot's on the other side of the town. Oh, it's so pretty out here, look. A lot more diverse trees and grasses. I see like flowering plants and things in the distance. That's gorgeous. Oh, is this like a graveyard? A cemetery? They have their value written on their tombstones. That's pretty messed up. What is this? Are there bodies in there? So this does remind me of something science-y, so I'll stop to point it out. I saw this experiment once where they were looking at like decomposition rates of bodies, and they had built these like little cages, kind of like this. They would put bodies into so that wildlife couldn't get at it or at least drag it away, but it was still exposed to like the elements, the weather, bugs, and things like that. And so they put them in different conditions under these cages and let them out there for a period of time just to see what would affect decomposition. So that's probably not at all what this is, but it reminds me a lot of it. So interesting things to point out. Well, let's make our way around this entire city, get to the other side, and see if we can find the robot that we're supposed to find. That racist guy doesn't like. I really love this whole like nature overgrown look in games like this, where it's like nature's taking back the frontier. Is that a sprat? Oh my gosh, they're violent. Jeez. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't want to kill you. I shouldn't have come in here. But I did level up, so I don't feel too bad. Ooh, its tail came off. Rabid sprat. Okay, I don't feel bad if they were rabid. Maybe they've got, you know, some kind of illness or something. I'm going to increase my melee quite a bit. Let's see. I think leadership has something to do with your companions. I'll increase that. I haven't done anything for defense. I'm just going to put more in dialogue too. That helps with the story, I think. Sweet. Moving on. Let's look around this person's house that I just broke into. Well, it's not telling me I'm stealing, so I don't feel bad if I take things here. I still don't understand the dehydrated water thing. What is that? What is that? Is this somebody's house, or is this like an office? Why am I so nosy? Taste the freedom with Spacer's Choice. Who eats it out of a can like that? Psychopaths. Someone with a mental illness. Okay. I got distracted. Let's keep going. We're trying to find that robot. Wow. Some kind of mountain range in the distance. There's so much to look at. It's almost hard to focus. Let's go see. So I think the old guy last time said that this was a scout. Like some kind of robot spy. And that's why he wanted us to go like dismantle it. But I also don't believe him. Because you know how those kinds of people are. A combat drone. Okay. Maybe there is something to it. I'm gonna go in here first. Ooh. A gun. Ammo. A frozen dinner all in one. What does that say? Fried chicken, mashed spectrum potatoes, and spiced mock apples. It looks interesting. Pre-sliced bread, my favorite. Delicious. Okay. I don't know if this thing's gonna attack us. It's damaged. Ooh. Oh, it's kind of sad. It's like limping around. Unless that's how it's supposed to move. Oh, we'll talk to it.
For repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Huh. I don't know anything about it. I do have a really bad habit of personifying things, though, so I get emotionally attached to things that are not humans. I'm not sure. I really want to know more about it.
Take your time. You need help, just give a yell. Metaphorical yell. If you yell for reals, you're liable to spook him.
I don't want him to shoot me or something.
Damage to navigation systems detected. Attempting to return to designated repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Navigation systems have determined this location as Spacer's Choice. Designated mechanical repair bay. Attempting to misdirect or confuse a Spacer's Choice mechanical is a punishable offense. Please report yourself to your
Report yourself. I'm not gonna do that. But he seems okay. I just want to fix him. I have a soft heart.
I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble.
I hope he doesn't shoot me. I'm gonna feel so dumb.
There we go. Jeremy's good as new.
Jeremy?
Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the way.
Jeremy?
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Jeremy, I love you.
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy.
Oh, so she named him.
In True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard?
Sure.
Hebs is Shirley. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night.
She's nice.
Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Goodbye, Jeremy. I love you. Please take care. I feel good about that. Well, I guess let's go report to the racist guy. I don't know if I should just lie and tell him I took care of it. I don't know if he'll even know if I did or didn't. I wonder if this is an ocean we're looking at. So some kind of water on the planet as well. It would make sense if it's like inhabited by a bunch of people. It could be just a really, really large lake, but I don't know. Uh-oh.
When I was little, we'd get...
Bring us honor, soldier.
What do I say? I guess he doesn't have to worry about it if the scout has gone somewhere else. So I'm not technically lying, and therefore I don't feel bad.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case?
Jeez.
Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination.
He's sick. He's messed up.
You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one. And the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer. A weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts.
Wow.
Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
He hid his weapon in a toilet?
Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter.
He hid it from the robots. I shouldn't be surprised.
On the double, soldier.
Gah.
Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
He's crazy. I'm gonna go look. I'll be surprised if I find anything worthwhile. I guess we'll run back in town. I get distracted by side missions very easily, so it may take a long time to get anything done. I wonder if that's just a him thing or if that's like an everybody thing where they have some kind of distrust of the machines in this game. I don't know if that's going to be some kind of plot thing of interest. He could just be like a crazy old person who's very skeptical and does not like robots. Do robots count as a race? I keep saying he's racist. I don't know. How does that work?
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Alright, so the cantina's back this way. We went in there and she eyeballed me. I'm probably going to put this up first. Restroom. Don't look at me. I'm going to go stick my hand in the toilet. Is this shut? Okay, I don't want anyone to see me shoving my arms down this toilet. Excuse me. You pervert, Parvati. Leave me alone. Okay. Oh, what is this? I picked up a sealed bundle. Now what do I need to do? Return to him. She's like, wow, you were quick. I didn't hear you wash your hands. That's how the plague is getting spread around the town. Not washing hands and social distancing. I didn't see anybody wearing a mask. Ooh, this is cool. Anatomy and life cycle of whatever this creature is. Terrare? The P is silent. Like a pterodactyl. That's interesting. Its mouth extends like in Alien. Looks like it lays eggs that hatch into a larval form. That's cool. That's what I want. I want a notebook in this game that keeps track of neat little interesting things like that. Alright. Let's go find the guy and give him his wadded up toilet trash. It didn't look like a weapon to me, but what do I know? I hear some sounds. Oh, is that like a little sprat nest? Its eyes are so black looking. Oh, they seem cute. Alright. I really do like the artwork of the environment, the landscape. And looking at the town, it's such a stark contrast. Like, look how much wildlife there is out here, and then in the town there was like some little pieces of grass, but mostly everything in there's industrial now.
Bring us honor, soldier. Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand bolts in its
Oh my god.
with compliments from old Ludwig.
Jeez. It does sound like fun. How do I use it though?
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp.
Oh my gosh.
I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
I think he actually, yeah, he did give us that passcode already for the main mission. I think that's where we're having to head to go talk to the other people anyway, so I guess we'll just do this while we're there. Though I don't know how I feel about going and killing a bunch of robots just because this guy's crazy.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to
I'm completely
security.
shocked.
I need
Completely
you to get us the brain
shocked.
of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
How do I get that? I have to kill
There's
it?
the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're going to have to find an intact model somehow.
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such.
What good
Stuff
are
we can put
you?
hands to.
You're supposed to be able to do
Computers
all the
and
technical
mechanical
stuff.
brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on.
Jeremy.
Keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
I'm a sympathizer.
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets
He's
right out of their
obsessed.
circuits.
Obsessed. I'm gonna use my perception.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. Didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you.
Jeez. My bad.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
I love him. And like, he's crazy and I respect him, but also I'm scared of him kind of way. I'll just leave him alone. Let's go in here and add that zippity-doo-dah mod that he gave us. To install your mod, select the item you wish to upgrade, then choose what type of mod you wish to install. Pick the mod to install, and boom, you upgraded your item. Cool. So, I've been using this trip blade. No, the Sentry. It has the higher damage. We'll install a mod there. I don't even see a mod. Can you not install it to that, I wonder? Okay. So it can't be installed to the melee. It has to be installed on something else. I'll put it on the shotgun. Well, I'm here. Perhaps I should repair some stuff. I don't have quite the parts, so we'll leave that for later. Alright, let's go back and look at what missions we have. We need to go to the geothermal plant anyway, I think. But let's start by going to the botanical garden and seeing what these other people are like and what the situation is. I have a feeling there's a reason that they left this particular area, so I don't know if we really want them to come back. Now this is curious. I guess that's an active volcano. That looks like magma flowing through here. It's so close to town. It looks like it runs straight out into the ocean where it must cool. That's neat. So that forms a lot of like valleys and rocky formations in the area like we're seeing. Ooh. Oh, is that thing asleep? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I wonder how close you can get before they get scared. They're really pretty. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. Anybody see me do that? No? Cool. I just really wanted to get all the stuff that was over here. Don't judge me. What is this? Okay, Terra Ray mating habits. Spacer's choice. I don't even know what that word is. Ethologist assigned to Terra 2. This week I've decided to study Terra Ray mating habits. The female Terra Rays leave their nesting area in the morning and return in the afternoon with random objects, typically something shiny or bright, like most birds do. Then they build displays with these objects and perform what I can only describe as a dance for the audience of males. If a male likes what he sees, the two go off and nest together in one of the nearby trees. Gerald, if you're reading this, I'm done waiting for you. Collect my things and meet me at the next site, and don't be late. I expect punctuality. Now this is interesting. We saw that anatomical picture of the terror ray earlier. It says here that the females are in charge of like hunting and performing the mating rituals. Normally it's the males that do that and the female gets choice, so it's kind of backwards from normal. So I'm assuming this guy got ate by this. That's not good. Ooh, so here's the terror rays. Let's get a little closer. It looks like they have that enemy signal on them, so I bet if I get too close they'll attack me. Are these the nests on the trees that they're talking about? Oh, it saw me. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. For science. I need to kill you for science. I'm sorry. I need a specimen. I feel terrible. They're much smaller than I thought. So here's the wing. Pterorae, I said it with the peep. Pterorae wings are not recommended for eating, chewing, or licking. In fact, just to be safe, don't do that to any part of the pterorae. Okay. So maybe that's where they get their name from. They kind of look like a stingray. I can't tell if those are horns or if they're supposed to be ears. Or something to that degree. Ooh, it looks like it's part of the nostril. Maybe they have a strong sense of smell. Okay, here we can see it from the other side. Wow, look at that. It's almost got like webbed feet. These don't really look like feathers. It's kind of like a beak, but it extends. That's interesting. Well, neat. Did we learn something? I don't know. But neat. I don't know if these are the nests that she mentioned, but it looks cool. Some kind of growth on the tree. Well, alrighty. We'll keep going. I already forgot what we're doing. I told you, I get sidetracked so easily when wildlife is involved. Looks like we got a long ways to walk, so we'll just kind of see what we see on our way over there. It's not stealing if nobody sees you do it. I don't know what to expect. I'd like to see more wildlife. I got all hung up on the pterorae and the canid. It looks like there's people over here. Oh, jeez. That bird scared me so bad. A hooligan? What are they doing? Oop. I'm gonna shoot him square in the face. No! He dropped whatever he had. I forget how to... Oh, there's my inhaler. I have asthma. What if I just run at them and scream real loud? Do you think they'll run away? Woo! Woo! That was a no. It's the first time I've ever, like, ran into a bunch of hooligans. Or marauders, anyway. We'll try that again. I'm not super interested in engaging with people in this game. If I have to, I will. I'm more interested in exploring. Okay, so we're not too far off. We'll leave them alone. They have issues anyways. I'm just not a people person. Seems like there's a long walk to where we need to go next. Let's check the map. Okay, so we kind of got to go through this town area. It looks like we could follow that road around and get there. I don't know what's the best thing to do. We'll go this way, but we'll avoid them this time. How about that? Oh, I see, I see. Can't you leave me alone? I'm just here to look at bugs and stuff. I blend in with the tree. They can't see me. This is the community center. Oh. That's not good. I'm sure they didn't hear that, though. I'm sure... I'm being super quiet. And see, they didn't even turn around. Did Parvati get blown up? No, she's okay. Alright, I don't want any problems, mister. If you could just leave me alone, that'd be great. We're gonna keep going. Ooh. I heard something. Oh, look, there's one of those primals. A primal nest. Maybe they are kind of like primates. Let's watch their behavior for a minute. They're built kind of like primates. They're kind of walking on their front legs. A primal behemoth and a primal brute. Oh, there's another one, a hunter. So they have a different hierarchy as well. I feel like I don't want to engage them. We'll just keep in mind that we saw them. How about that? I've got things to do. Really important things. Lots of flowering plants that are really pretty. Those kind of look like clovers. So we made it to the botanical lab, which is where we wanted to go. That's where those people are camping out.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Oh. I'm assuming she just killed all those canids. We'll be nice and we'll put this away and talk to her and see what she says.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
Well, calm down. I just want to talk to the boss lady.
Huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Okay. Maybe I'll mention Reed, but I feel like they don't like him, so I wonder if they'll be mean if I mention him.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
She's gonna aim her gun at me the whole time. I just want to know where the lady is.
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
That's why she wears a hat. We've all got problems.
You don't know what enough with the questions means?
Oops.
No,
I'm a scientist. We ask questions.
That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Oh. I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
I wonder if I help find this Zoe, if that will make these people more friendly. I'm assuming there's like factions in the game and you have to like increase your rank with them. I don't want to say that first one, that seems rude.
Appreciate it. Honest.
Yeah, her whole attitude changed when it comes to Zoe, so I bet if I go find her, that'll do something good.
I'll tell you what I can.
Let's ask some questions. How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Stefan.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Oh. Any idea?
Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
She does seem like the type to snoop.
Little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Okay.
What is it?
Oh, geez, she's rude. Okay. Alright, so this is the botanical garden. It's where I assume we're going to meet the people who deserted the town. And we're going to have to ask them why they left and if they're willing to go back. Because I need that power core thing. And I feel like I can either take it from these people and shut down this town, or I can take it from the city. And kind of looking around here, it seems like they've built like a really well establishment. There's some kind of tree with fruit, maybe? Oh, those are those mock apples we saw from the first one. That's interesting. So there's the tree that produces them. I'm going to end it here. I don't know how long we're going to spend in this camp looking around, but I really appreciate it. And I hope that you guys have a great night.